Hey everybody, welcome back to another KORTX Campus product release video. In today's session, we're going to walk through updates for April and May. Excited once again to have Jess Ostrom and Alex Morisset with me today. Jess, let's jump right into it. We're taking a look at the campaign page within Campus. What's new?
Yeah, so we recently made a couple small yet probably really useful adjustments to our campaigns page. So this page is where you can see, as you see right here, each line item or tactic that's associated with a campaign. So the first adjustment that we made on the left-hand side there is now a status indicator that shows the status of that line item. So we have campaigns, that can sometimes be partially live, like one tactic might still be waiting for creative approval, or a tactic might be between flights. This is a way for anyone to quickly see which line items are actively delivering. A few different color schemes here. So the green means that we're within the flight and we are actively delivering. Gray means that we're outside the flight dates and therefore not active. Red means that we're within the flight dates but not actively serving. So this is those situations that I just mentioned where creative might still be being built or being waiting on approval. So really just a great way to quickly check on a tactic's status as well as what might still be pending. The second adjustment that we made in here is we added a spend column toward the right-hand side there, where it pulls the spend through yesterday. So that's tied directly to that line item. So you no longer have to click into reporting to get a quick look at the current spend on a specific tactic.
Al, from user experience perspective, where are we at in the platform?
We are on the campaign overview page. So from the campaigns page, if you click into any row, campaign row of the table, this is the page that you'll arrive at that details your line items. As Jeff said, tactic-specific line items. That is the spot in the UI where you'll find this.
Cool. Any other notes just in terms of the data that's within here?
It does go cross channels, so there's multiple channels or platforms that we're supporting with this feature. So programmatic DSP is supported, as well as our digital out of home, and Google Ads and Meta Ads are also supported as well.
Perfect. Snapshot, our campaign snapshot is now available. All the key information that you need at a glance before you're jumping into more of the intimate details of any given tactic. Cool. Moving forward, Jess, I know rich media has been a long-standing offering here at KORTX. I remember the days where this used to be, I think, an Excel document. We've had PowerPoint versions of this, so exciting to see a little more that information come to life within Campus. Walk us through what is new.
Yeah, so our rich media reporting, it's been pretty thorough in platform, and it includes some pretty impactful metrics I could see right here. So exposure time, engagement rate, but we still were finding ourselves, especially on the account management team, consistently pulling two metrics in particular, those map interactions. So when a unit has some sort of map incorporated into it, and some video specific engagement. So when a rich media unit has a video. So by popular demand, we made some slight tweaks to the rich media reporting that's now native in platform to incorporate both map and video engagement metrics. When a unit includes a map, you can now see how many times it was interacted with. When a unit includes a video, you can now see some more of those video specific metrics like completion rate, video plays, and engagements that are specific to video like mutes and unmutes that happened on that video.
Great. And we're looking at additional reporting coming from in-unit interaction, correct? Perfect. So available within the campaign reporting tab. Al, any other notes on your end?
We also added a budget group or line item filter to the top of this report. So if you are running within a single campaign more than one rich media line items, you can filter the report to zero in on a single one of those or multiple line items to filter the data. And then a coming soon feature will be to add the actual event name to this map engagement table. So there are some standard events that occur within those map units. So we'll add that breakout column to this table shortly.
Now, just like recency of data, how often is this getting refreshed in the platform?
Yeah, similar to all of our other campaign data, this will update daily through end of previous day. So right now, this is including data. We're sitting at May 23rd. This is including data through May 22nd.
Great feature added. Thank you both for that overview. Moving forward, in our last update, we provided an overview, or actually an introduction, of our geo mapping feature and having heat maps within Campus. There's been some refinements made. So Jess, would you please walk us through that?
Yeah, so the Geo Heatmap was probably been our most popular feature release especially in recent months, and for good reason. Again, going back to what I said before, who doesn't love visuals to go along with data? That being said, we did make some slight enhancements to it. So when you first land on the Geo page now, as you can see here, it now defaults to what's called the Geo map, which is that interactive map that you can zoom in and out of based off of zip code data. We found that this was the map that the bulk of our clients were defaulting to when they were analyzing this data. So we just decided to make it the default map on screen, but you could still also toggle to that region map. That is that state level data right there. So small tweaks, but just makes the user experience that much more seamless.
Al, any other notes from user experience side?
No, as just mentioned, previously we were kind of showing both of these visuals side by side. We decided, as Jess said, the heat map was the one that kind of had the most traction and interest, so might as well take the whole screen real estate for that visual. But as Jess said, you can flip over to the region. You can still flip between your different metrics as well and plot those on the heat map, and you can still zoom in, zoom out as previously. We also did a little tweak to how we're setting the initial zoom to make sure that we're zooming in when appropriate to the area where the data is contained.
Perfect. And again, from a regional perspective, most local campaigns probably makes more sense to look at, an isolated pocket of a state level here. But for anybody who's running regional or national programs, that regional view, obviously a good look at where we're seeing activity across the country. All right, the last one that we have is probably going to be my favorite. This is one we've been working on for a while. We've heard a lot of requests around this, which is bringing a private label element to campus. Jess, would you mind walking us through this new feature?
Yeah, so white labeling reporting is something that we already do in a presentation format, but it's not something that we have historically incorporated directly in the dashboard. So that being said, we do work with some agencies, especially those that are on our embedded agency model that are with us, and ask if we can white label our campus dashboard for their direct clients to use. So therefore, we went ahead and built out a version of the dashboard that is a premium feature that not only white labels, but we also have the ability to incorporate the agency's logos and color scheme in here. So now, instead of an agency having to ingest data in their own dashboard or manually building out a report, they can give their clients a direct line to their campaign data without disclosing who they're working with.
And Alex, all campaign features within campus, kind of as they know it as a KORTX client, now moving over to a private label version. Is the user experience pretty much the same?
It is. It's almost exactly the same. So we're basically just hosting a white labeled version of our campus UI at a KORTX subdomain, which differentiates, the client that we're working with, in this case, Acme. As Jess said, the client can supply color schemes as well as logos, which we will use to rebrand the customer experience on the front end of campus. And so in this case, Acme and these colors, once logging in, everything will look very similar to what you're used to seeing as far as the campaigns. All the pages are the same, the breakouts, the reporting suite, everything mirrors campus functionality. As new features are released into our main campus UI, they will also be inherited in any of our white labeled subdomain UIs as well.
Great. Would you mind going to the data connectors page? And just as he's pulling this up, for anyone that is looking at this in the current state, so the data that lives within here is for campaigns managed by KORTX on a managed service basis. So that's really step one of making sure that this data is readily available for our agency clients to then offer it as a private label solution to their end customers. That's also where all the roles and permissions come in, so we can help assist all that information, all that's set up. Your end client is only seeing their data. Client A sees their data, client B sees their data, client C sees their data, while agency still has access to everything that lives within campus. But now there is a new branded element to this. This is really kind of for those that have been using other data visualization tools. A lot of times we see that there is an investment made in an existing subscription or a platform. There's a lot of interest to move over to campus, but there may be kind of a need to have a branded go-to-market element. That's what this is for. This is for our agency partners to leverage campus as a product of their own, have a look and feel that's kind of familiar with what you've come to know. The other piece, how does that data all get into the platform? So first and foremost, you have your KORTX managed service data. If you are bringing in other data sets, you have access to our connector ecosystem, which we have walked through previously. So hundreds of data connectors from a range of marketing platforms, CRM systems, point of sales tools. If there also needs to be a custom integration, that's what Alex and team are really great at doing. Campus now at a spot where we really feel like it can be a end-all be-all reporting suite for our clients that are looking to kind of take that into more of a consolidated approach with one partner. No longer needing a data visualization partner and media partners, it can all live within one spot. Al, Jess, thank you both for this month's overviews. April and May. Campus will also send this out with some additional information for our clientele. Al, appreciate you pulling up there, just kind of a look and feel like how this operates within a client's inbox. But thanks everybody for joining. Until next time, I'm Jess. That's Jess. I'm Chris. That's Alex. See you guys.
See you, everyone.